Dremyolok. What you're looking at is Lost City, a fully functional version of RuneScape from May 2004, hence 2004scape. This game will always have a special place in my heart. It taught me how to type fast with endless drills of Flash 2 waves selling lobbies 180 each. It made me much better at math, calculating XP per hour, GP per hour, XP per GP, drop rates, all sorts of shit before we had a wiki to do it for us. Its economy even provided a good model to learn on. A lot of people transitioned from flipping items to flipping stocks. I'd be significantly dumber if not for this game. OSRS is great and all, disregarding the absurd cost of membership. But over a decade of development time has left the game a far cry from the glory days of full rune and a dragon longsword. But now, we've got him back, and it's a hell of a trip down memory lane. The game has been painstakingly, autistically recreated exactly as it was at this moment in time. Looks, mechanics, members content, everything. The good and the bad. That means most tasks need to be done individually, as Make-X interfaces weren't built out and normalized until much later. Back in my day, we had to cook shrimp one at a time uphill both ways while dodging traffic in a blizzard. While you're grinding blue dragon scales into dust, your index finger will be getting the same treatment. You also cannot spin the camera with the mouse and must use the arrow keys on the keyboard, which, for me, is a fucking problem. But hey, you can't handle it at its worst, you don't deserve it at its best. Simplicity has charm, and there's just something special about walking into the sea of chat messages in Varrock West and looking for a deal the good old-fashioned way. Direct human interaction is what MMOs are supposed to be all about, and I'll just say it, the GE was a fucking mistake. Bots are actually being kept under control and you aren't even allowed to multi-box, creating a much better economy than actually existed. Rune Essence is selling for 60 to 70 GP each. That's insane. Getting started with money is super easy. It's the perfect game to play while you're in queue, and it will probably even untilt you between games. Now Jagex could shut it down tomorrow, but it would be deeply unpopular at a time when they're on thin ice with their player base. It's a hobby project, non-profit, and completely free to play. And it's fully open source. You could download the whole thing and run it locally as single player if you wanted. It's out in the wild and it can't be stopped. Strike it down and it will become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. OSRS doesn't directly compete with such an ancient version, and we know they don't care to do it themselves since Classic got shut down, so I don't think we have much to worry about. For the moment, it's a very active server. Player count ranges between 500 and 1500 depending on the time of day. I imagine it'll fizzle out eventually, but the plan is to keep adding historical content to prevent that from happening. I mean, we don't even have Slayer or Barrows in the game yet. 04, 05, and 06 version of the game are planned to be kept separately, but you can copy your character forward into the future whenever you want. I don't know when they'll stop, but if it were me, God Wars would be the end of the road. That's basically when Old School picked up the torch, and it seems a fitting end to the preservation project. So yeah, check it out. Link down below. It's a nostalgia trip if you're a boomer, and an important piece of internet history if you're a zoomer. Everyone played this shit in middle school, man. Literally everyone. It was a phenomenon and deserves to be appreciated. Feel free to add me if you do, and when you do, be sure to message me your favorite dragon. Don't you fucking dare say Shovelface. And that's about it. May you be blessed. What? Speaking of cats... Yeah, she is a cutie.